But yeah, there's some like nice tactile feeling to putting all the cards in the deck yourself.
Well, we've not had enough.
Would have been confusing otherwise. I agree. I agree. What don't I want? That's always the problem with these decks, is I'm never sure what I want in round one. The first time through. Like, how important is having access to a Fawn? I'm playing Mage Assassins with no Blightmakers. Okay. Maybe I should be more conservative with the mulligans in general. This deck just doesn't play Dead Man's Tongue?
Think you can keep up with the Novigrad lads?
There's a Sunset Wanderers wandering through his hand. Pretty sure I saw it. Lemon's still a thing. Nope. He's gonna play Professor. Could play Marl. I don't know how important that is against Jackpot. I guess I don't have... I'm just playing this as a Fangs. Kind of makes me not want to play it.
These are drowning in shite, but my head's in the clouds.
So what, I could just play the Ivar. Right? 16.
I spy.
I guess that's okay. So a Professor for Ivar round one. Pretty happy with that, I guess. Though he has coins too. Play Ramen, yeah. So I've got one of my Mage Assassins. Yeah, Ivar is just pretty good. Hard to find a matchup where he's not doing something. Even against NR, like just saving him till the end and dealing 4 damage can be fine if you don't hit their AA target. Despite what internet culture might imply, repeating a joke over and over doesn't actually make it funnier? What? Yes, it does. Of course it does. Gurney consume's not really a thing. There's just better ways to... Like, consumes are priced for being paired with really efficient Death Wishes. It's hard to make 2 points per turn from Gurney make sense with it. It's really only 1 extra point per turn too, right? Because Gurney naturally gets you 1 point per turn. Repeating the comment made it funnier. Yeah, exactly. Despite what internet culture might imply, repeating a joke over and over doesn't actually make it funnier. I don't think so, bucko.
A dagger. Where's the challenge?
It's gonna die, right? Is there any way that it doesn't just die?
My reason to travel. I mean,
Yeah, but the Thrive point is coming from Gurney. The 1 point you're getting is the 1 point body. You're always getting the Thrive. Use normal poison. Oh, I guess normal poison first is better, yeah. I haven't played Marl in a while. For some reason I was thinking I always want first poison to be Marl, but it's not necessarily true. That worked out kind of well. He played a card to kill it.
When can we see Disco Elysium Most on the list?
I don't know. I think I downloaded it. I have a lot of stuff downloaded that I haven't added. I'm kind of lazy. But Daya, thanks for the tier 1. Thanks for the 4 months. Welcome back. Okay. This is Wanderers. I think I'm just snow dropping. Not necessarily using leader. There isn't really an origin, just kind of is my name. Oh wait, I've got a fire line. This is gonna be sick.
Modest purity is purest in all life.
I don't care if it's right. If it's wrong, I don't want to be right. This is actually incredible. What do you want to do, opponent? I have 2 Sunset Wanderers. And they're gonna grow. Okay, have fun. I'm just gonna let them keep growing. We're gonna wander into the sunset forever. They didn't move? Sure they did. This one moved, and then this one moved. You sold my coins at the peak? Nah. So what, I need to leave... No, I don't need to leave the Avalok in hand, right? I can play that whenever? Emissary is bad, but... Ramen is worse? Fangs is bad? Maybe just a roll poison. They never leave the hand? Yeah, they do. Eventually, I play all of these cards, and then one pops out of the hand. And then it replaces itself with a card. I play that card. Yeah, I don't need to save Avalok. I can do this whenever. It won't. Why won't it come out? There will eventually be at the end of my turn. I will have not passed, and there will be no cards to the right. I don't know where the confusion's coming from. So I guess maybe I'll find out. manually play one? No. So once I play Brothans, Heatwave, and Fangs of the Empire, this will be the rightmost card in my hand, and will come out.
Feeling a bit peckish?
I'll go left to right on boosting. What? Guys, this card has a lot of text. I understand that if you haven't read it and you just look at what it does, it's very confusing, but there's two effects here. There's the start of turn effect and the end of turn effect. They're not related.
You'll suffer the consequences of your foolishness.
My loyalty is to imperial coin, not to the face that paid me.
The shame I have.
Play the last one? No, because I draw a card, and then I play that card, and then the Wanderers comes out. Now the question is, what do I Heatwave? I have reasonable odds of drawing the Fangs of the Empire.
Don't blame me for your crooked nose.
And I think I want it to not be bricked if I do. And I get to Yennefer's Invocation. I guess that's a bit of an extra punish. He gets to a... Whoa! That was weird. Ah, darn. Does he win? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Maybe? Oh no, he does. Rip. So I had to Heatwave this. Alright, would it have mattered? He just puts the Siggy next to the beggar. I think he still wins there. So what, 3 points better?
There is but one punishment for traitors.
I kind of wanted that with the Moral first in round 2. I should have just let on another poison. It's way harder for him to deal with the Moral after I answer the Freak Show. And then I wouldn't have had a Bricked Fangs in my hand. Chunkiest Wanderer? I think that one. I think that one not very close.
Your name, young man. A man should be cursed into an
The
oath.
shame I have.
What is going on? So I don't have double poison. Let's play the Diplo. Not a poison. Can be unitless for another turn. Maybe that matters. Juicy Heatwave. I don't want to just like run out Heatwave on turn 1. Like, if my opponent's throwing golds at me, I'm probably just giving up the round anyway, right? Why throw golds into him? I don't think I need to have round control against the Nilfgaard decks. Got a lot of answers to everything. Oh, it's a mirror too, so we just win.
Reason to travel, I mean.
Because their card quality's better.
Feeling a bit peckish?
Okay. Lock Moral, so we could hit something else. I think there are enough lock targets in the matchup. Even locking like a Nausicaa Sergeant's probably relevant enough. Just kick this. Okay.
That was not in the spell books.
Nah, stratagem doesn't proc the exposed because it gets locked. I mean, I know he's playing poison, so this has extra utility. I'm making my wanderers so bad. But I think I'm better off just like... It's not getting better next turn either.
Praise be to the great sun!
I like you whether you like it or not.
Text is always reliable, is it?
My men know the meaning of sacrifice.
Okay, well if we're gonna trade leaders... I guess that's good for me. Do I want to invo the Snowdrop? If I invo the Snowdrop, I still need 15 points. Baiting us into an Ivar. Yeah, it's a little annoying. I think I'm okay going a card down if I still have leader. Maybe better than invos. I have a Wanderer proc. I think I'm doing this because I want the Snowdrop. Like, I can Snowdrop, hold leader, have another Snowdrop available.
Notice! All roads lead to Nilfgaard.
Your foot. Come on, give it a lash. Sing along.
There's my Ivar. I'm gonna play the Snowdrop next turn. Just want to be ahead when I do, though.
My duty? To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
This is his Wanderer turn. So I've got to wait one more turn before he can't Ivar me. I mean, Heat Wave plus Ivar works. I mean, I could also just let him Ivar me. So I have 18 plus 10. Look, I still got a Snowdrop I'm trying to resolve. Just make him have his Ivar here.
Kill me with poison. You'd have to drown me in it.
Wait. Okay. Do I need this for anything else? I don't think so. Just an Emissary is my reach. I guess I'd rather... No, I don't want to play the Emissary first. It lets him invo the dog.
Please wait, Your Excellency. Falling behind.
So I've still got his Snowdrop. If I Emissary, that's 6. I could just take with Mage Assassin from hand.
Your humble servant.
You'll never get my rhymes out of your head.
Okay, you get my leader.
Not all battles need end in bloodshed.
There's no point in saving these, right? So what? He still has Invo, but that shouldn't matter. I think we got everything else from him. Avalok, he still has. Still have Ramen? No. I'm missing Ramen. I think that's fine. This gives me something proactive to do. This is a lot of removal. But we do have last plays. Well, a last play. There's 1 Fangs left. Let's play this for a Purify.
Never snip from the master's table. Never. It's time.
Appearances can be deceiving.
He who knows too much dies too soon.
Cool. Don't think there's anything you can do.
Hair-slick on my shirt.
Udrin Lover 69 again.
Yield and save me some time.
I want format. I don't think I do. I'm also not sure how much I'm supposed to value holding these in round 1. I know I want them by later, but I guess it comes down to whether or not I want to fight to win round 1. I don't know if it's a thing that I can do in this matchup. Tortoise cam. Nope. No tortoise.
Fool me once, death on you. No one gets to fool me twice.
Should probably at least try to force stuff out of him.
History shall remember the art of fear.
Like, they should at least trade for golds, right? I don't have a good answer to him just going Greatsword. Maybe not. Maybe we still just lose the round to, like, Greatsword Megascope. Mind committing the Marl. If he wants to bomb this too, get a pretty nice tar removal on the Maxi. can play the Moral just to fork the removal. I'll probably even play the Cupbearer instead of using the Order. Hey, Thomas. I don't know, the Ramen package is nice for surviving bleeds. It's just some quick tempo. Having access to 2 locks by only playing 1 Alba is nice too. You're like not committed to putting 2 locks in your deck. What is going on? I think with that being the line, I still just want to play Cupbearer and see what he does. There's just nothing else that I want to do this turn. Oh right, that's a card. Okay. We started the stream playing Red Ram's Hyperthin, and we moved over to Shaggy's Midrange Nilfgaard. How much do I want to win round 1 uneven? If I play the Brothans, I probably get it. Or at least I get a card. Like, not the easiest thing to get ahead of again. Though I don't have a follow-up for this. If he does get ahead here, I'm kind of just passing. Midrange is a deck that's like a balance of having points on your own board and removal for the opponents. Not fully control. Not fully point slam. Mikros is the other definition that people like to use, though I personally hate that definition. There's a lot of overlap between the two. I think pile has sort of lost its meaning because it's fun to call decks piles. But yes. So I just like slam a bunch of tempo and make him sad, maybe?
Listen to me sing, damn it.
Oh, I guess I don't want to do this yet. Okay, whatever. Should I just let on... I could just let on Nausicaa. Whatever. Is he gonna kill it? If he's killing it, he's using leader charges, right? I think. I guess he could Hjalmar me, but he could Hjalmar me anyway. This is fine. That's something for Mage Assassin to do.
Know the meaning of sacrifice.
The water, my lord.
You shall know the Emperor's fury!
Gotcha! No, no, damn it!
I mean, I wouldn't call it like correct or incorrect, but I do think my definition's more descriptive. I don't think it's the definition a lot of people use when they say midrange, though, even if it tends to be correct either way. But like personally, if you're gonna use like phrases from other games like midrange, at least have them somewhat mirror the same definitions, right? Like midrange in Magic is the middle between aggro and control.
Ice punch. Again.
That's why it's called midrange. Now, midrange in Magic also tends to just be value piles, but that's not why it's called that. Just like how Midrange and Gwent tends to just be value piles as well. What is this hand? There's a lot of mid-range decks in Gwent. A lot of decks in Magic are value piles. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Like, you could probably call most control decks value piles, right? Depending on depending on how you want to define things. It's a good combo deck. Like Amulet Titan. I call Amulet Titan a pretty good combo deck. Oh, if you're talking about in Arena, I have no idea. It's the only format with strong archetypes? Eee, that's a bit of a spicy take. I think that's just wrong. Like, certainly in Legacy there are strong archetypes. In Modern, the best decks are usually kind of piley, but I would say, like, Death Shadow is an archetype. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I don't want to wave you. Like, if you want to call the blue-red aggro deck a pile, I guess that's fair. Death Shadow, Cookbook, Eldrazi. I would say Burn is pretty archetypal. Like, sure, like, it's based on, like, a mana curve, but all the cards are trying to deal damage to the face. I mean, archetypes like humans or soldiers. I mean, linears aren't the only archetypes. Legacy has, like, elves. Dog. Like, Eldrazi is a linear. Let's see, looking at Legacy, Eldrazi's good there.
Need a hand? Just chop one off.
Elves is a 4% metagame deck. Like, if anything, it's sort of more impressive that these things are still playable in the Eternal formats, too. You would think that as there are more and more cards in the card pool, building towards those linears would be worse and worse. But yeah, like, looking at Standard, I don't think they try to push those decks in Standard very hard.
Drinking can be hazardous to your health.
Well, as long as you're sinking, might as well.
I'll leave you into. Kill me with poison. You'd have to drown me in it.
I'm not entirely sure where the term comes from. I know it was said in, like, Next Level Magic a few times. And it's a pretty common term in, like, Magic design circles. It's like the more prescriptive archetypes rather than the more open-ended archetypes. Like, the more dev-intended stuff.
Oh, that's
Like, you wouldn't necessarily call, like, Amulet Titan a linear, even though it's really focused on a single plan. So, like, tribal stuff is a linear. Adventures is a linear. We win!
There is but one punishment for traitors.
Madoc the best SK deck? It might be. It's certainly the one everyone's playing. I think some kind of SK midrange is the best SK deck, like almost certainly. Whether it's the Madoc version or not, kind of just depends on what metagame you're queuing into. Like, I think Midrange is totally reasonable if you don't need the removal, but you might just need the removal in this meta. Don't want to draw the dog. What do I want to draw? Commanders so archetype heavy is they print commanders that pull double and triple duty to force it to work. Well, no, the reason commanders so archetype heavy is because people play commander casually, and people like playing with archetypes. The archetype decks aren't actually good. Like, if you look at CEDH, it's not archetype decks. CDH is just the high-level commander. It's what you get when you're trying to spike commander. Plays way too differently? Yeah, because people aren't trying to win. It's like saying tribal decks are really good at kitchen table magic. Like, not really, it's just that's what people like playing, so they're prevalent. If you want to play freeform, there are better things to do than play elves. You didn't have anywhere near as many archetype-heavy decks before they started making these. Maybe? I mean, it doesn't change the fact that people want to play with archetypes. And it's just they weren't able to do so, like even in a casual setting before. Am I just playing Marl of the Fangs of the Empire again? Is he playing Wanderers? I haven't been looking. I'm just gonna do this.
Turning those strengths against them, that's the trick.
No, okay. Or they use Commander to push these things much more than others. Maybe? I mean, that's probably true. They're not really, like, pushing them in standard sets.
Only with your guidance. All else disgusts me.
I don't think I want to invo anything. I don't want to pull my Wanderers either. I'm just gonna pass. Whatever. I would say I think the main reason that you think Commander is a format with strong archetypes isn't just because they get pushed, but also just because it's the more casual format and value piles are a more spiky thing. Like, especially in, like, a singleton format. Do I have a lock that? I'll do this first. And, like, once you start spiking in Commander, you stop being considered Commander, right? You become CEDH. Oh, fuck. Fog isn't frost. Whatever. It's fine. Sure, and those types of players get to do that. But I would say generally, casually, that's less common than people who want to play with, like, big flashy things. And those big flashy things tend to be the more linear strategies. Or the more roleplay-y things. Like, kind of the first thing when I think about Commander, I think of people that are just, like, role-playing their goblin decks at the kitchen table. Linear strategies are boring. They make for stale metas. I don't think that that's any more true than midrange decks. Some of the most stale metas have been a bunch of midrange decks. Like, I would argue midrange decks are worse because you can't even, like, try to fight them fair most of the time because they just do have more points than everything. You can't even try to counter them. They're just good. Usually with the linears, you can try to do something weird that you that wouldn't normally work. Yeah, I mean, it depends what you mean when you're saying linear. If you mean linear as in, like, dev-intended decks, versus if you mean linear as decks that are trying to do the same thing every game. Linear deck building versus linear gameplay. I don't think I plan on using my leader this round. I think I'm a madman. Rewarded for being a madman. Tortoise cam? Oh, my bad. He's not fair.
Why should I help you?
I mean, I would say that even the creative decks get old over time, right? I don't know. I think the problem with staleness is more there not being enough options, and you just run out of options to play. You keep playing against the same matchups, and that's what makes it stale, more so than just decks not being dynamic enough.
Not all battles need end in bloodshed.
Whoa.
No stench of foul flesh relish are.
We already played it with Azrael. I think I'm just doing this. Maybe he plays something that I want to copy. Darn. Unfortunately not Devo.
So silky.
Take him to the woods and release the hounds.
Copying this is only 4. Well. Wow, this is still enough. Never mind. Never mind.
There is but
I don't
one
think it's that long
punishment
to
for traitors.
not fully read it, but cool. Yeah, I wrote an article on data-driven gaming last week. Good example is Hearthstone, they couldn't nerf a really good deck. Oh, sure. It makes balancing feel less painful for sure.
Dark clouds gather over Temeria.
Why are people in my Discord telling me what Reddit says, as if I care? Bombardment AA. He just wait. He AA'd into Natalis to bombardment my Nausicaa Sergeant. That's what happened. Okay.
Fall overboard and I'm not jumping in after you.
I mean, I don't need the win round one, right? Can I just do this and pass? Find the Redditors. It's the Gwent section. I got tagged. I don't know why I got tagged for this. Okay. Reinforce my beliefs. Is that what I'm here for? Nice music. Thanks. I like it a lot. I don't want to pull my Wanderers yet. But I also don't want to play my Alba. It's crazy to invo that. Kinda. We can just do this, right?
Meat is best served bloody, bathing in its juices.
Some high-level math. It's not high-level math! I tried to simplify everything so much. was so awkward. Is it? It's a bit janky not getting ahead this turn. That was the second AA for Kodkadak. Two Pepega for subscribers. Is that the problem? Maybe that's the problem.
Think you're strong. It's you and me to find out.
Subscripts are just inherently confusing. I mean, I sort of get it. Like, my brain turns off when I see Greek letters a lot of the time. No matter how simple the idea that's trying to be conveyed is. Yoink. I mean, it just depends what else is being played. Like, Ivar's playability completely depends on what everyone else is playing.
I'll gladly help. If I live to see it.
Why no pass? Well, there's a crown here and no crown here, so that might have something to do with it. Does the crown represent? I'm not totally sure, but I've been told to not pass when my opponent has a crown. I'm not sure what'll happen if I do.
Aye, aye, sir. Finally.
Your name, young man, should be cursed into an urchin.
I hate
I want
nothing
this.
more than a creaky door.
No.
Where to put the bloody vodka?
Okay, so I got a leader.
The city is ravaged by
Yeah, at least we get a Seabird.
My men know the meaning of sacrifice.
There's nothing worse than attempting.
Below it! Ithilien!
I guess I could have just played Diplo. Those are more points than I thought. We have enough bricks, I should probably just... I have Snowdrop, whatever.
I like you whether you like it or not.
Okay. Fair enough. I don't think he had much left over. I've heard people liked the colors. I thought it was pretty readable. You're the first person I've heard complain about the colors not being readable.
The North shall tuck tail.
Though I guess I
for
haven't
mercy.
checked on mobile. Drag by 4, divide by 2, then add 4 again. Yeah, if you want to keep it in base 4. Which I would argue is really convoluted. What sort of ST deck do I think has the best chance this season? Probably still just Symbiosis, right? Try to not lose uneven.
History shall remember the art of fear.
No, feel free.
That was not in the spell books.
Mr. Kama. I spent a lot of time editing it, but I did edit it myself, so there's probably mistakes. Cost 10. Oh, this was before the nerf. Blightmaker, it still cost 5 at the time. Just Ivar and hit him with a tempo pass. Posted it a week ago. I think it might have been a little more than a week ago. I also may not have changed it when the patch hit. I might have posted a day or two after the patch. But I was editing it for like a week.
Demons don't scare me. We're one and the same.
I probably should fix it, but it's not a huge deal. No tortoise. Yeah, exactly. It's not a huge deal. I considered, like, making up arbitrary cards just so that it didn't date itself ever, but that seemed like it would be more confusing than cards eventually just being more expensive. Or cheaper. Maybe with the Blightmaker combo in particular, knowing that there was no way that it was going to stay at the prov cost, I should have just avoided it. I don't know. I could have used Foglets instead. Though I thought like maybe having like the 2 cards be different prov costs would clarify a little bit. Still have Ramen. No, I played Ramen. I already played my Ivar. Let's just do this.
Praise be to the great sun! Lead the lordling dogs until they beg for notice. All roads lead to Nilfgaard.
Don't want to play anything. I'm pretty sure I want to thin this and then probably just pass. So we both played Ivar, we both played Ramon. My dog has come out and his hasn't. Oh, he's also playing Novice, so we are playing different decks. I mean, it has nothing to do with Sea Jackal, really. Sea Jackal's about, like, who you're blaming for something being points. It's a little different of a concept. I think I want the poisons. I want something proactive. Oh, I guess I can always proactive Diplo. Okay. Yeah, I guess we were just fine. Proactive Diplo here. Get a Knight Errant. That's nice.
I swear on my lady skirt.
Your name, young man, should be cursed into an shame.
We just go Snowdrop Hold Leader.
Ever get my rhymes out of your heads?
Is that Knight not a soldier? Oh, this one? I have no idea. I tried to get them to make it a soldier, but they were resistant to it for whatever reason. I have no idea why. It's a Knight Errant? Yeah, Nilfgaardian Knight's a knight. I don't have my invo. Oh, wait, that's annoying. Huh. I thought I was invoing this Brothans, but I guess not. I mean, it still synergizes with Nilfgaardian Knight. The nice thing about it being a soldier, it'd be like a backup Freak target, so it'd be... You would have like some kind of reason to play it. Or backup Fragate target. But right now the card's just kind of like a shitty tech.
Is it peace you desire? Prepare for war. The continent will quake Nilfgaardian hope.
I'm gonna go with the Marl here. I don't know if I want to Purify or Poison yet. It depends what he does to the Marl. Version to the earlier Hyperthin? Yes. I hate that Hyperthin deck so much. Part of it's probably just because Hyperthin is an awful deck to try to stream, because if you're interacting with chat at all, you're gonna have a bad time trying to optimize your play.
Never slip from the master's table. Never.
Yeah, this is Shaggy's list. There's just like so many little mistakes that you can make with Hyperthin. They just come back at the end of the game to screw you over. Watch the stream, tune in for my calming voice. I'm glad, I guess. Thanks. Points. I mean, he's definitely got some, right?
Death can come where blood does not.
Make him have a poison. It does delay this another turn, but whatever.
My men know the meaning of sacrifice. Althien! For the great sun!
Yep.
Meat is best served bloody, reading in its juices. Hey, come here, snake.
I guess I probably should do this last and just heat wave a snowdrop now. There's like no reason not to. Maybe he makes my... I guess anything that's making my informant better, I'm beating anyway. Yeah, whatever. It shouldn't matter. I think we win. Does he have heat wave for my snowdrop? Yeah. Cool. Managing to die to fog. Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true.